targeted air support to Soviet naval infantry. A-20s also airdropped supplies to Soviet naval commandos. The offensive totally unhinged the enemy defenses, and the Germans retreated, leaving behind over 90,000 tons of supplies. Major combat operations for the Northern Fleet ended on October 26, 1944. In the Baltic, the VMFKBF, Baltic Fleet, Aviation started incorporating A-20s in their MTAP units in early 1944. The units equipped with the A-20 included the 1st GMTAP, which converted from IL-4 bombers, and the newly created 51st MTAP, as well as the 15th ORAP Reconnaissance Regiment. The Baltic Fleet had been bottled up in the Gulf of Finland and their base at Kronstadt due to German control of the coasts and skies, as well as naval mines that kept their submarines and other ships trapped in the Gulf. In the spring of 1944, as the Red Army began its offensives to relieve Leningrad and drive Finland out of the war, the Baltic Fleet was eager to strike at Axis shipping with its submarines, torpedo boats, and especially naval aviation. The 51st MTAP and 1st GMTAP launched attacks against Axis mine layers and escort ships maintaining the minefield belts in the Gulf of Finland. Single A-20Gs armed with torpedoes prowled the Gulf of Finland looking for these Axis ships. On May 26, 1944, an A-20 from the 1st GMTAP torpedoed and sank the German ship Ingeborg. Air raids were then conducted against ports on the Finnish Gulf. The Soviet offensive started on June 20, 1944, and the 1st GMTAP and 51st MTAP had a special target in mind on the Karelian front. The main defense line separating Soviet and Finnish forces was the Svir River, where a hydroelectric dam named Svir 3 provided both power and flood control. The Soviets were worried that the Finns would open the floodgates to swamp the planned Soviet amphibious attack across the Svir, so the 1st GMTAP and 51st MTAP were tasked with destroying the dam. During 2 days of operations, A-20s from the 51st MTAP and 5 IL-4s from the 1st GMTAP flew 24 sorties against the Svir 3 dam. 4 of the A-20 bombers were equipped with external racks for carrying 2 1,000 kg bombs, or one 1,000 kg and one 500 kg bomb. The rest of the aircraft would be carrying 4 250 kg bombs. All of the bombs were equipped with 22-second time delay fuses to allow the aircraft to escape prior to the explosion. The tactic was to come in with 12 to 13 aircraft with fighter escort and drop the bombs near the rear face of the dam so that they would sink and then explode. The first sorties against the